because I've gone through a lot of stuff with the children, and I've been in hospitals and clinics and stuff like that, and it's been rough as a dad.
At the same time as you might feel motivated to talk about it, the sad truth is, and we address this too from time to time, is you might finally work yourself up to talking to somebody and they may be the wrong person to talk to. And sometimes, more often than not, it's your partner, it's your wife, it's your husband, it's your spouse, whatever. It can be, they may not be equipped to handle those conversations. And so you might have been battling this for years and you finally muster up the courage, because it does take a lot of courage to talk to the one person that you've shared everything with.
Yeah.
And they weren't equipped to handle it. And some guys, then they bottle it all up. The one person I thought I could talk to. And I'm not slamming wives. I was extremely blessed to have the woman in my life that I do, because I would not be alive without her. She saved my life. She saved my life 100 times. I've learned every bit of empathy, love, and compassion and patience from that woman. And the thing is I realize that not everybody has that.
Yeah.
It might be a friend, it might be a brother, it might be a complete stranger. But the thing is we met a guy last year who has a charity called I've Got Your 622. His name's Brian, and he provides service dogs for first responders and veterans that suffer from PTSD, because 22 a day are taking their own lives. And his motto and his slogan is, "It's not weak to speak." So if we have got our first responders and the veterans who have gone and fought and seen things that we couldn't even imagine, are feeling the need to talk about their struggles, then there's no excuse why we can't talk about our everyday struggles. If they can go and do all of these things to serve us and protect us and provide, life-saving, experiences for us, then why can't we talk about it? Why can't we, feel the strength inside us to bring it up? Because
See, Logan and I, like you said, it seems like we've been best friends since.
I would have guessed.
Yeah, and it feels that way. For us, it feels that way. But I didn't know I needed someone in my life until I met him. I know that sounds really weird, but I have my wife, but there's only so much that she can understand what I'm going through. Just like her, she's going through a lot of stuff that I will never understand. I'll be there, I'll support her, I'll love her, I'll do whatever I can to help her, but it doesn't mean that I understand.
Yeah.
And same with her. And so talking to Logan and being able to go through my stresses, like with my children and because I've gone through a lot of stuff with the children, and I've been in hospitals and clinics and stuff like that, and it's been rough as a dad.
Yeah.
And
With your children in hospitals and
yeah, like
it
I
was-
don't want to go into it in here,
Yeah.
but in privately I'll tell you everything. But I've had children suffer from some severe mental disorders and things like that, and where it's required hospital stays.
Yeah. Wow.
And they're doing a lot better. Still hard, but that's what I like to talk about. It's just like being a dad is tough. Like it's like I joked around, like keeping your kids alive is hard. But where I was getting at though is Logan and I, like, doing our podcast is therapeutic to me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget that people are listening.
The friendship is counseling each other. It's just having that connection with each other, being able to speak, and then you almost give each other permission. Oh yeah, me too. And then, but that's what the listeners are experiencing. That's what anyone listening right now is like. Okay, I have permission. These guys have allowed me to talk.
Yeah.
And not everyone offers you that. So to be the source of somebody be able to say like, "Hey, you just allowed me to open up," like that.
Yeah.
It's commendable.
Well,
What you guys.
thank you. And that's where it kind of comes full circle, is then that's where kind of like the dad bods and beards comes from. And like, it's two big bearded, burly looking guys. He works as a private contractor for the Air Force. I help run a construction company with my brother, and he's a former bodybuilder. I'm short. I like to think that I'm tall.
Let's say power lifter. It makes me feel
Power lifter, yeah. Anyways, there's all of these like super masculine aspects of our life.
Yeah.
But the most fulfilling outside of being husbands and fathers is the fact that we have started something that we get messages from guys that feel like Tommy, our producer, has said that the feeling that the people who are listening are just like in the room with you, talking to friends. Like that's what means a lot to us.
It's powerful.
So that's where it comes to like, hey, we look like the guys that don't talk about this stuff. So if we can talk about it, you have no excuse because we have all these reasons why we're not the guys that talk about it. And then also explaining like, look at how much simpler life can be and how much better life can be. It's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
It could take a lot of years. But if you put in that work, I mean, you get it with Connect and Conquer and being a part of Here Brotherhood and other stuff like that. Men need connection. We've been told for years it's weird, it's awkward. You don't need to do that. You know, like we're a lone wolf. No. Like Brock said, you know, Brock, we love Brock. The best way to heal a sick dog is put him in a healthy pack.
Yeah.
And that resonated so hard with me because the more guys like you that we've met, like we feel like we've found our pack with the Connect and Conquer.
100%. I love it. This is powerful, guys. And so I love what you're doing. I love why you're doing it. I love that it comes from experience because then there is empathy that you can offer. And empathy is one of the most powerful things that you can extend to another.
Sometimes sucks.
Sometimes
today, I felt it. Like they told me about a certain situation and I'm like, oh, I didn't want to feel that. You know what I mean? Because I've been there. I know how that feels. And I'm just like, oh.
No, I hear that as well because, I mean, even from podcasts like yours that I'm on, then I get messages from people that you introduced me to and they're going through a similar thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it almost puts you back into that mode and that moment or those days or those years where you're just like, you're suffocating right now. And I understand.
Right. Because that's the biggest thing is that people don't understand is that social media has the potential of being insanely toxic and detrimental and bad. So I feel like it's almost like this calling that we have to like be the opposite.
Yeah.
Because realizing that one, it's a freaking election year and this is just everybody's feeling that. Right.
So
like I feel like I feel it more this year than I ever did.
Yeah.
Welcome to adulthood.